Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxy and this is Bookish Plans and Things. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about the books that I'll be reading in the month of May. I realize that a lot of my content on YouTube, I mostly talk about like digital planning or, things like that, things that don't pertain to reading really. And so I kind of wanted to bring a little bit more of that bookish element into my content. So today we're going to start off by kind of showing you the kind of books that I'm going to be reading or plan to read in the month of May. May is Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander month, as well as like Mother's Day. So most, if not all, of my books are going to be surrounding those themes. So first I read Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner, I believe it was, and this is just about a woman who is of mixed race, kind of trying to find her identity and also dealing with her mother's death. So this is one of the books that I've since read since filming this, but for the most part, a lot of these books I haven't gotten around to. This following book is It Would Be Night in Caracas. This one I actually did read. I finished not so long ago actually. This one is for the book club Coffee and Cuentos, which is hosted by Ashley, who is the co-owner of the Nightworms book box. And so this is about a woman and living in Venezuela and the dangers of what she's seeing around her. This next one is Chlorine by Jade Song, and this was this author's debut novel a couple years ago, and they're saying it's a dark coming of age narrative, which it's being told by an adult's perspective, but it's more like a coming of age experience with some horror elements into it. So definitely want to get to that one soon. This next one is Monstrillo. This one I've seen under a lot of Mother's Day horror books. It reads a wholly unique and uncompromising literary horror debut about a boy who transforms into a monster who tries to be a man, and the people who love him in every form he takes. So I'm kind of getting like Frankenstein vibes, which is pretty interesting. So we'll see kind of what this author's take on that theme is. Then we have Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. This would be, I believe, my third book by her. And it's another one that falls under the Mother's Day category. The blurb that's on Amazon reads, a cynical 20-something must confront her unconventional family's dark secrets. So yeah, I mean, I guess that would be a good one if it's more about that mother-daughter relationship possibly, but it is one that I've been wanting to read for quite some time. Up next, we have The Push by Ashley Audrain. This is actually my first book by her. I do have her second one, I think, called The Whisper. But this one, it says, is a tense, page-turning psychological drama about the making and breaking of a family and a woman whose experience of motherhood is nothing at all what she hoped for and everything she feared. I highly recommend this one. I thought it was a really good little suspense thriller, and I really enjoyed it. I gave this one 4 stars. Then we have She Is a Haunting by Trang Tan Tran. This one they're saying is like a gothic mystery, and I think it's actually a young adult. They're saying it's a house with a terrifying appetite haunts a broken family in this atmospheric horror perfect for fans of Mexican Gothic. I actually haven't read Mexican Gothic yet. I started it a few years ago and then I just couldn't get back into it. But I am looking forward to this one. This one will fall under the Asian American theme, and it seems like it'll be a really good book. I've heard great things about this one. Up next is The Girls Who Grew Big by Layla Motley. I don't know much about this book. I actually haven't even heard a lot about it in the book community, but it does sound interesting. It's more of maybe like a literary or contemporary fiction that falls perfect under the Mother's Day category. It says, it's an astonishing new novel about the joys and entanglements of a fierce group of teenage mothers in a small town on the Florida Panhandle. So I guess we'll be reading about their experiences as young mothers, and kind of maybe a little bit of a coming of age story as well. So really, it sounds really interesting to me. So while most of the books that are on my TBR or my hopefuls for the month are books that have been on my TBR for a while now, some like this one are very new to me, never heard of them, but of course kind of sound like they're more up my league or just books that I've been interested in lately. So for example, this one, Things We Lost to the Water by Eric Nguyen, it says it's a captivating novel about an immigrant Vietnamese family who settles in New Orleans and struggles to remain connected to one another as their lives are inextricably reshaped. So, we're learning, or we're probably going to read about the struggle coming to a new country, and then the problems that arise within this family in trying to accommodate or I guess assimilate would be the word, into a new culture and how it affects their family. Then we have The Reading List by Sarah Nisha Adams. This is another one that I have read, and it's a really good one. I did enjoy it. I think I gave it like 3 stars. It was enjoyable, but wasn't really what I was looking for, or maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it at that time. It says it's an unforgettable and heartwarming debut novel of intergenerational friendship, about how a chance encounter with a list of library books helps forge a connection between 2 very different people in a London suburb. And that's pretty much down to the point. And I think making, friends with different generations is always a good thing. There's a lot to learn from each other. And when it comes, or like when you add books and everything in it, I think the different perspectives kind of helps learning about what that book means. So I really enjoyed it, and I do recommend it if that sounds like it's going to be interesting to you. This next one is Mother May I by Jocelyn Jackson. This is a domestic thriller. I don't read a lot of domestic thriller because I've read a few, but I feel like if you've read one, you've read them all. But I wanted to give this one a chance because this isn't like between a couple. This is more of like a mother-daughter type of thing. It says, in which a mother must decide how far she is willing to go to protect her child and the life she loves. So, I think as mothers, we all kind of have that thought go through our head. How far are we willing to go to protect the ones we love? And so I figure maybe this will be a little bit of a different thriller. So I do want to give this author a chance. I've heard a lot about her writing and her books, so I thought I could start with this one. Then we have another thriller, or what they're calling a psychological thriller, Little Darlings by Melanie Golding. This is a debut novel, and they're just kind of saying it deals with the anxieties of motherhood. So I think this one's more up my lane as opposed to the domestic thriller. And I think out of all of them, these are the only 2 labeled as a thriller. So I figure if I can get through one of them, I'll be set pretty much for my thriller quota for the month. Then we have a new to me book and author. This is another one of those where when I was searching up like a good book for Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander month, this one is one that came across, and it is a new book. It was released this year, and it is on Kindle Unlimited as well. A lot of these books are on Kindle Unlimited, and this one is more of a crime thriller drama is what they labeled it as. So another one that I don't really read a lot of, like I don't like crime thrillers, or not that I don't like them, I don't read a lot of them, because I do feel, once again, that if you read one, you've read them all. They're all pretty similar, but I did want to give this author a try and see if maybe this book will inspire me to read more crime thrillers in the future. Then we have a book called Hula by Jasmine Aulani Hakes. This one is set in Hilo, Hawaii, a sweeping family saga of tradition, culture, family, history, and connection that unfolds through the lives of 3 generations of women. A tale of mothers and daughters, dance, and destiny. And I have read this one, and I really enjoyed it. I gave this one, I believe, a 3 or 3.5. I thought it was beautifully written. I don't know, like it just took me to Hawaii and makes me that much more excited to want to visit and learn more about its culture and its history. And I do recommend this one. Jumping back into horror, we have The Lamb by Lucy Rose. They're saying this is a contemporary queer folktale about a mother and daughter living in the woods, and it's for fans of Angela Carter, Margaret Atwood, and Julia Armfield. I've only read from one of these authors, though I have heard of Julia Armfield. Yeah, they're saying it's a dark gothic horror about women, hunger, and the bodies they consume. So I don't know if it's like a cannibalistic type, cannibalistic themes in there, or what. I have heard good things about this one, so I'm excited to get to this one. So that is all for the books that I have on my Kindle that I want to get to. Up next, I'm going to show you guys the books that are, or the audiobooks, I guess, that are on Libby. And for that, I'm going to use my mini iPad here to get to the Libby app so I can show you what books I'm going to be listening to. A lot of these are kind of doubles, I guess, because I am going to be reading and listening to them at the same time. Sometimes that kind of enhances the reading experience. So for example, you see what I have here. I have Crying in H Mart as an audiobook. I have She is a Haunting. I have Hula, which I did listen to and I thought it was great. The Reading List, The Push, which again, another one that I thought was a really good experience listening and reading to it at the same time. And then a couple of these I do own physically. Like, I don't think you guys saw Evil Eye by Itaf Rum. Ghost Bride is another one that I own, though I will say I did not show it in this video because I could not find the book. So even if I don't have the book, that's fine. I'll just listen to it. But I do know I have, and I own the book. But yeah, so those are the audiobooks that I have. Like I said, a few of them I have read since filming this, and a couple of them I ended up returning early because a lot of the holds that I had were available, and so I'm kind of prioritizing all the AAPI books and Mother's Day related books first, and then I'm gonna go back to the other books that are more centered towards maybe like summer, like The Summer We Met, I think, by Abby Jimenez is the one right there. I can get to that later. So up next, I am going to show you guys the books that I own physically, that I will be reading physically. There aren't that many. So for example, you guys saw this one as an audiobook. It's Evil Eye by Etaf Rum. It sounds really interesting. I have read one of her books. I think I read it last month actually, and it was really good. It is a favorite of mine for the month, or for the year, I guess. But yeah, it sounds really interesting, and this is one of those that fall under the Mother's Day theme. Then here's another one that has been on my TBR. It's called On Sundays She Picked Flowers. This one is a shorter book, which I really like, and I know that I can read this one in one sitting. Another one that just kind of, it sounds interesting. It's horror, and it falls under the Mother's Day category. So can't wait to get to that one. So up next is, I believe, my most anticipated book of the year, Japanese Gothic by Kylie Lee Baker. I did read the other one she came out with last year, I believe it was, and I really enjoyed that one, so I was looking forward to this one. This particular copy I got from Aardvark, which was like a special edition, and I am obsessed with it. I ended up getting actually another copy, which you guys will see in another video, but I got another copy from Nightworms. I completely forgot that was going to be the book for the month of May, but either way, I am so happy that I purchased this one. It is beautiful. So I'm obsessed. I love that I have this copy. But anyway, this one sounds really interesting. Like I said, I did read her other book and I loved her writing. So I am actually going to be reading this one pretty soon. So there you have it. Those are the books that I plan on reading for the month of May. It's a bit of an ambitious TBR, but I'm excited to get to them. Let me know what books you guys are planning on reading. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!